Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Julie Plimiredo. I do research about New World Order and Masons, Satanism, and so on. This is a research more than 7 years, and I would like to bring you some of the conclusions. You have to excuse me, my English is not very good, so I'm going to make some mistakes, and that's because my language is Greek. All the research is in Greek, and I can't translate that properly, so I do this video for you to understand some information and do research yourselves. This is very important. Okay, this is area 51. It's in Nevada, the bomb test zone, as we know. The particular area 51 is a square, and then I remembered the magic square of the Masons, and all came together. This magic square has exactly at the point 5 the G that stands for God, and in area 51 we have the GROOM lake, as you will see in one moment. So this is the magic sun square of the Masons, and it is a magic square because it gives a total of 15 if you add it in any direction. So 4 and 9 and 2 is 15, 4 and 3 is 7, and 8 is 15, 8 and 1 is 9, and 6 is 15. This is important for you to keep remember that it adds up to 15. Okay, let's go to the next table. This is the center of the square, area 51, and this center is the GROOM lake. As you can see, it's a lake, and GROOM stands for the one who gets married, and we are waiting for him to come. And this is in Greek the Nymphios, and sometimes we call Jesus with this name. GROOM lake is in the center of the Masonic magic square, where the seal is of Azazel. Azazel is the devil, literally. In Leviticus 16 he's mentioned. We will cover this in a bit. So this is a goat god Azazel in the center of the Masonic square, and it's the GROOM they're waiting for to come. And then we have Homely Airport here, which is homely means home, coming home, something like this. The GROOM is coming home. And let's cover the mountain Papusa. Papusa is in an Indian word for child. And then we have the lake Papusa as well. It stands for child. And in the Masonic philosophy of ABRAXAS, we have break the earth. ABRAXAS, the sun god, will break the earth, and a little chicken will come out, and this will go to ABRAXAS. And this is the child, probably in their Masonic understanding and philosophy. Let's go to the next. We will cover this all. This is the square. Exactly at that point, I'm showing you that this is GROOM Lake. Exactly in the center of area 51, this is the area 5, and Homely Airport is the area 1. This is Homely. This is the Masonic compass, and this is the area where the GROOM is. Okay, GROOM, the room of the square where the GROOM is, literally. Let's go to the next. If you can see here, they cleaned, this is a dry lake of salt, and they cleaned the area around it so that it looks like the head of a man. You can really clearly see this is the case here. We have a holy man here in Greece, Agios Kosmas, Saint Cosmas, and he says that the demon is somewhere held and he will find a way out. This is his prophecy. He is very famous for his prophecies, and a lot of them have come true. So I did a lot of investigation about the area, took a lot of photographs that people share, and I noticed some red things look like an angel. I just put this, but I want you to notice one of my other research is photograph and pictures and paintings. They're using the Arciboldo technique, putting pictures in a picture and binding them. That goes for photography the same. They do this with Photoshop. So there are goats here and different things inside put with Photoshop on purpose. Okay, I have a lot of this in analysis, and you can check it out yourself. And here we have the X, that stands of course for Nibiru. We will cover this in a short time. Okay, let's go to a next. This is so these are some information about area of the bombing area, and this is the square here 15. And this is adjacent to Area 51. Remember, the square here gives only 15 added in any direction. And this Area 51, it's only next to Area 15. No other area touches 51, only Area 15. That's, I think, very important. Okay. And this is the bombing area. We will see more of that in a short time. They bombed for 56 years, and they dropped more than 1,000 bombs, really. Let's see here. Now, why are we discussing this matter? It is because of Revelation chapter 9. It says about the angel of the abyss. It comes out of the well of the abyss. And this is a phrear. It's in Greek because Revelation is written in Greek. So I can understand and translate it for you better. So phrear is a deep hole in the earth. And this lake covers the meaning of phrear as is written in in Revelation. The phrear, the well will open, and the angel of the abyss will come out. His name is the Destructor, and we will see in a bit the philosopher of ABRAXAS, which is the Destructor. They called him the Destructor, and he will come out of the earth, and that is all covered from Masonic belief. Okay, you can check it out, Revelation chapter 9. And here we have some information about what happened, as much as I could gather. The first test is Trinity, which this square in Masonry is called the Trinity Square. You will see, I have information, I will put you later to see that. This is the Trinity Square. And the first test bomb was called the Trinity. And I don't understand why somebody wants to nuke people and call it the Trinity because this was the first test and before they bombed Japan. Okay, so it makes no sense. This is really evil. I call Trinity test bomb before you throw it on the heads of people. So it makes no sense. 1,132 nuclear devices were dropped from the United States in a time of 56 years, I guess. Some information which I've gathered, okay, from most of them Wiki and other places. Okay, let's look at this. This is the lake GROOM. A lake has a different depth. Every lake has its own depth. Some are not very deep, but some reach really into the earth. We have here a trench, and the particular thing is that the United States, the desert, were under the water before the cataclysm. And so we don't know the depth of this lake. It could be it could be like a trench. It could be very deep. We have no clue what the depth. I couldn't find any information, but it could be something that is deep. That's why they selected this lake, this area. Okay, let's go some other information. This is where most of the bombs fell in this area. Okay, the area 51 is adjacent to the area 15. This was the pattern of the bombing, and now this is the GROOM lake here in the center. So they bombed here, so the shock waves will cause the lake to collapse and make it deeper than it was. So they drop here lots of bombs to make this wave and collapse the lake. That was the reason. Okay. This is a closer look. 1,000. This area, it's about 1,000. Okay, let's make it a real round number. It could be 850. It could be 830. I don't care. It's about 1,000 nuclear devices in one spot, Yucca Flat. I mean, really, why would somebody drop that much nuclear devices in one spot if they wouldn't have a plan? And that area 51 and the Angel of the Abyss really covers the mentality of why would somebody drop 1,000 nuclear devices on this area. This is really like the moon, all holes around. Okay, let's see this. 1,000 of these boom in one place. Now, this is not normal. Okay, imagine 1,000 of these devices went to Yucca Plain. 1,000. Okay. And this is Ayos Cosmas again. This holy man, he predicted a lot, and he said the evil will come from the ones that are well-read, they're educated. And this is, I tell you, the technique of Archipoldo. They're using to put images in an image, and you can see here clearly, here is an angel rising. You can see that. They put this in here. I got this from the internet. You have to always to look images in the images. They do this. The Illuminati passes information this way. Okay, let's go to the next. Okay, this is a video. You can find it in the internet. Magnitude earthquake simulated by underground nuclear explosives, 6.8 of the scale of the Richter scale. If you put this, you will find the video. And the video, it's like the sea and waves. That's how the earth was moving, and it was risen for 25 feet, that is 7.6 meters, and a lot of things happened there. 1,000 metashocks of the scale of 4.1 for 30 days, and you have to see the destruction of one of these devices. Now think 1,000. Okay, let's go to the next. What happens is that when the bomb falls, it presses the material where it is put or where it falls, and compresses it and shocks it, and then you have a chamber. So 1,000 devices would have made a really big area in Yucca plain underneath of the bombings. Okay, so let's go to the next. This is supposedly an imaginary book, and it is called the GROOM Lake. It has a man that comes together, as we can see. And I have not read this book, but I took some information of what they were saying here. I will let it here for you to read it. It says that some are trapped down in the water, in the sea, underneath GROOM Lake, and there was an operation going on to bring them up. And that's supposed to be a fictionary book about serpents and UFOs and so on. We will see that this is all the demons and the Anunnaki. Okay, this is an esoteric, this is from Da Vinci man. This is esoteric, totally. Esoterics are Satanists. Of course, I will cover this in an other video. And let's go here. This is geothermal maps, and Nevada area is red. What does that mean? Geothermal is the energy that comes from the earth to the crust, and if the crust is new, then more energy comes up. If the crust is old, then the energy does not come so up. It is not, the earth is not so warm, and we can see that in the area they're bombing, it was totally new and fresh crust of the earth, because this area came from the sea, and before the cataclysm, as I've seen a documentary, you have to check it, okay, let's go on. This is next to Area 51 is here. This is Andreas Rigma trench, and the shockwave, of course, would energize seismic activity. This is very bad. They called it it's another story, they called it the San Andrea, because San Andrea was crucified on an X cross. And beneath here are the abyss. Actually, it's the Hades abyss, that's what I mean. And Abyss and Hades has connection with Osiris and the Anunnaki. And all of this has to do with an X. And I don't think that this is a coincidence, so I put this here for you, an extra information that they thought about this to put Sant Andreas, which I found they use on purpose because of his X cross. Okay, let's go here. We have here another part of the revelation that I wanted to check if this was coincidence or if this was the truth. And I went to a bit next what was written, and they will say there were 4 angels of the abyss in the Euphrates River, and they will be to be freed. So the Masons are doing this not because they want New World Order just like that. They're in a major master plan of getting their masters out of the earth, because that's they believe and they adore demons and devils. Okay, and if you can see, this is the Euphrates River, and we have the Kurdish, the Syrian war, Iraq-Iran war, Iraq-America war, and this goes all around Euphrates River, as you can see. And this is not something that we can leave out of our research. Okay, but this is another research. I just mentioned it here. Let's go to the Masonic square. Let's see what it says. This is a simple connection between agnostic connection of the Trinity and Uranus, Sirius, Saturn, and Jupiter. This is actually Jupiter. We will keep that. This is Jupiter, and the Azazel is Jupiter. Okay. The first father figure of Rome, and so on. We keep this. This is a Trinity with several gods, including Jupiter. We will like to keep Jupiter and Saturn. Okay, and this is Azazel, the demon Azazel. That's his seal. Azazel is mentioned in Leviticus. The Jewish people had to confess the sins on the head of a goat and then release it in the desert. And the goat stands for the devil here, because the sins are made from the devil as put, and they are sent back to him. And the devil is a goat, and that's why it is used here. So Azazel actually is personification of the devil. Let's go to the next here. So this is another theory of the Masons. This is the destructor Iao ABRAXAS. Iao ABRAXAS has a theory. The bird fights its way out of the egg. The egg is the world. Who would be born must first destroy a world. The bird flies to the god. The god name is ABRAXAS. And here they want to destruct the earth so that the little bird comes out. And remember, the name of the second lake was a child. Okay, this is some of Iao ABRAXAS has different forms. One is a rooster with the legs of a snake, and one of his forms is an angel. Okay, we will speak about ABRAXAS later. His name is the Destructor. This poem was from Herbert Hess. Okay, so this philosophy is a destruction philosophy, destruction of the earth philosophy, and the demon ABRAXAS flies from the earth up. He rises from the earth up. Okay, let's go to the next. This is the satanic seal. If you take the satanic seal and put it on the dollar bill, you will get this exactly letters. I have done a research and I found out if you put the line a bit up on the edge of the A, you are not touching the S but the I. And we will use that, I will show that later. We will use the I and we will get from these letters the word hortalis. Hortalis is a pullet, a domestic hen. He is a rooster, and the domestic hen. So the Satanist New World Order, they want an hortalis, and this is a breaking of the earth. Okay, and he is the destructor. Hortalis, rooster, put it together. Now, if you take the same seal and put it on the Vatican, you will get exactly these letters that will, these stand for Satan. This belongs, the Vatican belongs to Satan. Let's go to another table here. I've done a lot of research about the Vatican. If you take the word Vatican and anagram it, you get satanic and 2 V's. If you get these 2 V's and turn one around and put it together, you get the Masonic and the satanic seal. They're both the same. One half of the satanic seal is these 2 put together. So actually, Vatican stand for Status Satanic, 2 SS, the first letters are SS. This is very, this is another research what they had to do with Nazism and the SS. And this is again the same seal of Azazel being used from the Ordo Templi Orientis, from Crowley and Rosicrucians and all of these satanic Masonic orders. And the Rosicrucians, the Knight Templars, are at the same time Masonic order and Catholic Church order. Okay, I will cover the rest of this in the next video. Thank you for hearing me to this point.